All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. and we're just gonna do some Q&As today. And Kirsten has asked me to show her how to do the arrows. So what I recommend with the arrows, since you want the up, down, left, and right all to be the same, that's last. That's the last app. I wouldn't select that one. Not if you're trying to do this app. Um, my computer is. So, Kirsten, are you with me? I have an arrow here, right? It has the gray background, which is good. That means it's going to show up as just a circle, not a square. Are you with me? And then the up, down, left, and right arrow are all going to be the same. Are you with me? You want them all the same. If they're all different, it's going to look weird. You always want consistency and congruency with your apps. So I go to Windows and I go to New Toolbox, and this is going deathly slow. Oh my God. Holy cow. This is awful. Okay, so now what I would probably do is crop this and get this. So I'm going to crop a box around here and get it as tight to the circle as I can. That's going to give you the largest size to your button as you can. Double click. Okay, and there's my crop button. Now, Kirsten, watch this. I'm going to right click and see where it goes down to image, transform, and I want to rotate 90 degrees. It doesn't show up. So now you have to do a file export as, okay? And this has to be my, I'm going to call it my, so it's a different name. It's going to be my left.png. It has to be a .png. Cannot be an XCF. I've seen people have XCF files. Those are some kind of HTML files coming from the internet. Are you with me? We do not handle XCF files. What do we handle? We handle JPEGs, JPGs, we handle PNGs, and we handle GIFs. Now, GIFs are animated. Are you with me? But when you run them, they will not be animated, so I don't recommend using them. So I just export this, okay? And that's going to export my button. Make sure this save color values for transparent pixels is off. Hit export. And then you can just do the same thing again, okay? Go to image, transform, 90 degrees clockwise. Now I have up, so this is my export as my up button. You just go up here, give it a different name. UP, up, export it. Okay, right click, file, image, transform, 90 degrees, and now I have my right button. File, export as. Just go up here, give it a name, right.png. Okay, and if I do that, I think I need one more. I don't think I saved it, so I'll go file, image, transform, rotate, file, export as, my down. Okay. And let's go see if this works. Kirsten, you ready? So let's go. There's the Revivalist. Little shout out to the Revivalist, David Shaw out there. New upcoming band. They're awesome. Let's go to MIT. I'm going to go here to up, image, upload, choose a file. And I think you got to go back to my documents. 16, 17, quarter 4. Where's my up? There it is. So which one was I doing? Up. So I want my up. And you just put them in the right position. Server error. Okay, so not sure why that is. Choose a file. My up. Could not upload file. So there's just something wrong here. Okay, and now I can just go in here and put in my right. Just takes a few seconds, my right. Okay, then you go into down. Upload, choose a file. You go to my down. You go to the left one, delete you don't need the left letter anymore. Okay, because you have a visual effect that does the same thing. We go over, click here and get rid of the R. Done. You can go to the background. You can upgrade your background just by putting in a cool image. Okay, here's my cool image here. Boom. Done. Okay, and there's Mario running around in the background. Okay. And then probably what I'll do here is go to my screen 1, and the background color is going to be black. And now I can go up to my horizontal arrangements and go to none and have a nice looking background. Okay. So this is an easy way. OHA lower buttons, let's change them to none. Okay, this is an easy way to get a very good looking. Does that look a lot more professional now than it did 2 minutes ago? Who agrees that looks more professional now? Okay, so that's how I get a professional looking app, just by doing a little bit of work on the GUI. All right. So the next question is how do I make a procedure call? That's what you're asking. Display my counts. All right. So do you see this procedures right here? Do you guys see the purple procedure box on the left-hand side? So you want to go there, right? Now look in here. What's in there? How many things are in there right now? 2. Only 2, right? You guys with me on that? Only 2 things are in here, either a to-do or a to result. I want a to-do. Procedures you make up. You make up the procedure. Are you with me? So what do you want this procedure to be called? You're going to click on procedure and give it a name. What do you want it to be called? Display my counts. Okay. So I'm just going to call it display my counts. All right, so that's one procedure. What happens if let's duplicate this. What happens if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to move your Sprite. Are you with me? Could I create a procedure that says move my Sprite player? Okay. Could I create a procedure that says Mr. Richter is awesome? Okay. Could I do that? Yeah. Now look at this. When I go back to procedures, what do you have? What's loaded inside of your procedures now? 3 different calls to it. Are you with me? You can now call display my counts. Are you with me? You can now call move my Sprite player, and you can now call Mr. Richter's awesome. Do you see that? Who created those? We did. So that gives us, like, you now have a tool to create whatever tool you want. Let's say you're building a house, man, and you need this real weird tool to go around the corner. We have it right here in a procedure call. We can make it. You guys with me on that? I can make it do whatever I want. I could have a procedure out here that's called. I usually do this a lot. Watch this. I'll do start reset game. Okay? Do you guys notice that starting the game and resetting the game and starting over is really like the same thing? Have you guys noticed that? Who's noticed that? Okay? When you start the game at the beginning and when you reset the game, it's really the same thing. So if I'm going to do the same thing over and over again, it's better to go ahead and make a procedure with it. Are you with me on that? Who's getting this? Okay? So, now we have this thing called screen initialize, right? I'll throw these over here, okay? Screen initialize is when you press on the icon and you start the game, okay? So, what I want to do now is just have a procedure call that says start reset game. Okay, you with me on that? And now, in order for me to start and reset my game, I have to create variables. So I'm going to go in here and create some variables, okay? Do you guys remember the variables we had? Count, left, set it equal to 0, okay? Duplicate it, because I'm going to count right, count up, count down, and I'm going to keep track of time, okay? So I just go in here, and this is count right. What happens if I misspell it? Does that mean it will not work if I misspell it? No, it'll still work, but you know, it's just going to look weird. So this is count up, and this is count down. So now I have to create some variables, and this is how you create variables. Why do we create variables? Anytime you want to remember something, you create variables. And this is game time. Okay, game time. Game time's going to start out at 60. Okay. So let's say we start and reset game. What do I want to start doing when I start and reset game? Well, I want to turn my clock on. So you're going to go down here to clock, set clock enabled to true. And here's one thing I can show you. If you just click on and type true, it comes out. There you go. True comes out. All right. So now I can go ahead and reset all my variables back to 0. So count down gets set to 0. Okay. And then I can copy and paste this. This is count left, copy and paste that. This is count right, copy and paste. You guys see how programming's a lot of copying and pasting? Who's learning that a lot of programming is copying and pasting? Who's getting that? Okay? It's really pretty simple. It's just a lot of copy and paste. So now, you have these counts here, right? What's your name again? I'm sorry. Alex. Alex. You have these counts here, right? And now what we want to do is display them up here so it says left equals 0, up 0, down 0, right 0. Are you with me on that? Because if you set them and don't display them, you've got nothing. Okay? Just like if I would run the clock here and I would not display the clock, you have nothing. Are you with me? Even though the clock's running, if you're not displaying it, they're not seeing that it's running. Okay? So right now what I'm going to do is go call display. Right here, I set them to 0, and now I want to come over here and display them. Are you with me on that? Is it going to display anything right now with nothing in that block? No. So now what you do is you just you go ahead and display it. So I'm going to go through my LBL direction count, and I want to set its text. Okay. And I'm going to set it to the text that I want, and I need to do a join here because I want to join. This is called concatenate. I want to join left colon with the 0 after it. I'm connecting two things: the words in the beginning, left colon space, and then I want to connect it to how many counts that I have. Does that make sense? So we did a really big, huge join here, and yesterday I figured out that I needed 12 of them. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Why do I need 12? Because I have 4 directions. I have the word, the variable, and a space. So 4 times 3 is 12. That's how I come up with 12 here. Are you with me? Can you see this, Alex? You see what I'm doing? And now I can just think about how do I want to display it. Okay. So can you guys see this if I blow it up? So now I'm just going to go get a text. And here I want to say something like left : space. And then the next thing that comes out is my variable. I want to connect it to my variable, so that's left. Okay. And then here you put in a space. So I'm going to go left : space, variable, space, and then the next one. And now I just copy and paste this and work my way down. Okay. So the next one's going to be up : space. 1, 2, 3. The next one's going to be down : space. 1, 2, 3. And this one's going to be right : space. And then I could just take this guy, duplicate it. This guy is going to be count up, duplicate it. This guy is going to be count down. And this guy right here is going to be count right. Do you see what I'm doing there, Alex? Is that good? Okay. Now, what do I want to put in here? I just want to put a space in there so I can professionally space it out so that I look like a pro. I don't want to look like an amateur and my words be pressed together. Have you guys ever read a book with no spaces in it? You ever seen a paragraph with no spaces in it? Hard to read, right? Not good. So we're going to put spaces in there so we can read it. And now, Alex, I just created, right, my own procedure that will display my counts for me. Okay. Now let's say, okay, so let's say you have a variable here. We have another variable in here. It's called time, right? Game time should be set initially to 60. So I'm going to set game time. Okay. Now, could I create a procedure? Could I duplicate this and create something that displays game time? Yeah, I could come over here and say display time, display game time. Okay. So, and then right here, I could display game time. Now, if I left it like this, would it display my game time? Is this displaying game time right here? No. Why is this not displaying game time? Because it has the counts in it, right? It's displaying the counts. Even though I called it display game time, right? It's still going to do this. So now you just want to modify all this, right? Okay. And so I'm just going to, you know, it's probably going to be easier for me to just start from scratch and build this over again. So I'm going to delete that. And then I go back into my text, go get a join, go back into my text, okay? And here I'm just going to say time : space, right? And then what variable goes in next to it? What variable goes right here? The time, right? You with me on that? So I did this a little bit different. I did this more with procedure calls today because Alex was asking about procedure calls. This is really, we did the same thing yesterday, but we did it without procedure calls. I actually like this better because I would rather use procedure calls. Okay, I like procedure calls. I think they simplify life. Like if I ever want to display time again, what do I call? Display time. Okay, like I'm going to do right now. So now we want to turn the clock on. Remember that? So we're going to go down to our clock. Okay, turn the clock on. Now the clock's running. I'm going to take my game time variable and subtract 1 off of it. So I'm going to go game time and do the math, subtract off. Remember, we're starting at 60 and then going 59, 58, 57. You guys with me on that? So I'm going to go variables is I'm going to get my game time and I'm going to subtract off a 1. Once I subtract off, what should I do if I want to display the time? What do I call now? If I want the time to be displayed on the scoreboard, I go back to my procedure and what do? Display game time. Okay. And now this block of code right here will display the game time. Pretty cool. Okay. I love procedure calls. All right. Is that a little different than what we did yesterday? Yeah, because we did procedure calls. That's what's interesting about programming is we got 24 students in this class. You could come up with 24 different code blocks that does the same thing. We could all code a little bit different. So it's just, you're going to develop your own style. And that's a good thing. Okay, develop your own style. Remember I said at the beginning of the year, don't be a robot? Develop your own style. What works for you? What does your brain understand, Ben? There's something you guys need to do in your academic career. Do you know what you guys need to study the most in your academic career? You. You need to study you. You need to study how you tick, how you think, how you're wired, how you operate. Are you with me? Everybody is wired differently. Okay? You got to figure out how you're wired and how you tick and how you think. Study you so that you know how you operate. Are you with me? We don't study ourselves enough. We're studying English and math and science, blah, 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 blah. Are you with me? We do not study ourselves enough. Take a personality test. Run yourself through a personality test. See how you tick, see how you think, see how you operate. All right. What's next in here? We want to count, right? Jaden, we want to count, right? Okay, let me show you how to count. We already have displayed my counts, so this is going to be easy. Are you with me? This is going to be good. So what's going to happen? We're going to count when we click on our up, down, left, and right button. Are you with me on that? Okay. So I'm going to click button up and click. And then I'm going to set my variable. Okay. And I'm going to say variable. What variable? I want to set it, right? So I want to take my up count and do math with it. What kind of math am I going to do? Add, subtract, multiply, divide. Jaden, if I want to count, what kind of math am I going to do? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide, or powers? Add, right? I'm just going to add. Right? We're going to add 1. So we just go in here, and now I get my variable again. You're going to set it and get it. Get my up and count and add how much to the up? Add 1 to the up. Okay. And now I want to display this count. So what do I get to call when I want to display this count? Do I have a procedure that displays my count? Yeah. So what do? I go to my procedures box, right? And I call display my counts. Okay? Was that hard? No. Guess what I can do to get left, right, up, and down? Duplicate it, right? So I can just go here, okay? And this is going to be, let's go down, because it's the next one in the list. Down, down, display my counts, done. Let's go next one. The next one after down is left. This one's going to be left, left, display my counts, done. Okay. Okay, this one right here is right, right, and right. Boom, just switch them. Copy them, paste them, switch them. Okay, who got that? Is that hard? No. You know, 9 minutes left. You know, people look at this like, oh my God, Richter, Mr. Richter, this is so hard. Look at all your code. Well, not when you're doing one little piece of the puzzle at a time. Are you guys with me on that? Is doing a million-piece puzzle hard? What's hard about it? You can't. Can you find two pieces and connect them together? Everybody in here has the ability to find two puzzle pieces and connect them together. Are you with me? What's hard about it is it takes patience and determination to keep going after you do just two pieces. Are you with me? That's what's hard about it. The actual act of putting two pieces together is not hard. Are you with me on that? And that's the same thing with programming. The actual putting of the two pieces together is not very hard. It just takes determination to go ahead, sit down, and do it. Okay? Now, is my player going to be moving here? No, my player's not moving here. So now we need to go into the process of learning how to move my player. Okay? You got remember we went through that. How do you move in the X, Y directions? And we had to analyze that, right? Okay. Any other question I can answer today? Yeah. Say that again. So like, let's say the time was at 13 seconds. It's going to flash to 60 and then go back to 13. That's because you didn't reset the actual time. You displayed 60, but you didn't reset it. Okay, so you want to do that? So now we need to go and start thinking about our reset button, right? So now I'm just going to go to reset, right? And here's the great thing about it. Watch this. Look how easy this is going to be. Remember we did start reset game? Okay. Remember here I set time is equal to 60 and then I displayed it? Right? You're probably missing this little orange block here that says set global time to 60. Okay. So now when I start, watch how easy this is. Start reset game, done. I just started and reset the game. Do you see why I love procedures now? Yeah, it took me like 3 minutes in the beginning. I slowed down, I had to write the procedure call. But guess what? Now when I need it again, it takes me 3 seconds to get it done. So, did it work? Yeah, you need that little orange block that sets it to 60. And then it goes back. Okay? Because what you're doing is you're clearing it in memory. Let's say you were at 13, right? You're going to take that 13 out, replace it with 60, and now it starts over again in memory. Okay, so you weren't clearing the memory. You were just saying, okay, yeah, I displayed 60, but I'm still remembering that I'm at 13. Okay, did that help? That's why I love procedure calls. I slow down at the beginning to speed up at the end. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, keep calm and code on.